Good morning. I am coming to you via AlfCam, as my wife calls it, for those of you that are familiar with and remember the 80s show about the alien life form that came to the Tanner house. Anyway, I call it that because it's wiggling around here, and that's usually what Alpha doing his camcorder. But I wanted to give a little more context to this activity we're doing on Monday next week for President's Day, the NBE Innovation Games, and to give you instructions about what to expect, how to come prepared, what you're being asked to do, etc. So Innovation Games is something that we are going to do for a couple reasons. First of all, serves the purpose of building camaraderie amongst the team. There are many of you that don't know each other. You know your teammates, you may know the adjacent grade level or a few special ed or related arts people, but the number of relationships you have that are anything past hi, how are you in the hallway is very few. So it's a cool opportunity to get to work on a project with some people you don't know that well and build some bonds there. It also is intended to help with getting ideas you have about the ways the school could be improved and get us talking about them. We will have a winning team at the end with one idea we'll try to implement, but there's going to be a lot of things exposed through your conversations that will be really cool as far as, putting things out there. And it's a whole lot better than a feedback survey where you put those things in the context of things you don't like. If you know the solutions to things, you should propose them in these meetings with your team. Anyway, so the way it's going to happen is it's a casual dress day. So you'll come in and wear Nanny Berry shirts preferably and jeans. It can be comfy. And I'm asking you to be here on a day that some of the teachers are not, but you are getting paid PL hours, of course. So you'll come in, we'll meet in the lab at about 11 o'clock. And when we meet in the lab, I will have this website up right here, if I can show you, this random number generator. And we will scatter these numbers out. So I'll hit calculate. I will hit calculate, do it. What is happening? Please calculate. Oh, there it is, okay. So when you walk in the room, we'll come back to that in a minute, you will have a number given to you. Like this says, pretend this is an index card, Cook 11. So Ms. Cook will take this, she'll have it with her. This is all alphabetical. See the screen here? Everybody's name has their name next to their number alphabetically. So the creation of teams, there'll be 6 teams of 6 people each. So we'll call out like 32, 17, 15, 2, 31, 9 will be team 1. The room will be set up like so. You can see team 1 is over there. They'll go stand in the corner. We can quickly assemble. You'll be able to assign yourself. With 37 people, there will be 7 on the final team. That's fine. That's just what we'll do. Next thing you'll do is you will go to the classroom of a person in that group, and that doesn't matter. So at that point, you pretty much have from 11:15 to 1:15 to work on your presentation. That can include lunch out. You can have lunch ordered in. The time is yours. You just have to have a presentation ready that is about 15 minutes in length at the end of that. The way I think you're going to make this all work is everybody will come with some idea, which is what you should be thinking about now. What innovation or idea would be a really neat thing to implement at school? And so all 6 or 7 of you will share the idea together, and you will come to some consensus about which idea you want to develop for the sake of a presentation. Your ideas are going to be judged by your peers and by 3 guest judges based on these criteria. I'll send you this in the link. Clarity of purpose, why is this worth pursuing? Scope of impact, how much the faculty population and students will benefit. How reasonable is it? How likely is it this could be implemented? How achievable is it? For the judges, they want to see that every team member has contributed something. We don't want people kind of sitting and watching. We want everybody to be a part of the presentation. And overall quality, it can be funny, you can have music, things like that. We will provide you with a jump drive for each team to put any kind of digital media onto that jump drive and bring back to you for our final presentation at the second part of the day. So again, that 2 hours from 11:15 to 1:15 is you all being together to chat and visit and come up with the idea you want to use after everybody has shared theirs, and then to develop it for these criteria. So then you'll be able to present at 1:15 in the room 27 downstairs which is a vacant room. Fifth grade eats lunch there now. We call it the Lounge on Fifth. That's what the locals call it. And we will all have chairs around. Judges will be there, and they will have these judges sheets. You will not see their scores, but I'll tabulate them. And then each team will have 15 minutes. They should build in some time for questions. We'll have 2 minutes in between, and we'll be done by about 3:15. At that point, I'll go back and tabulate scores. The final thing you all will do is you will have another index card that says, the innovation that I would most like to see implemented at NBE was presented by team number so-and-so. And the way we'll do it is we'll take the average judges' scores. So for example, I know you all are math capable, but if the average, for example, was a 41 out of 50 for team 1, and we had 11 people choose their innovation as the one that they most would like to see implemented, their score would be 41, their average, plus 11, for a total score of 52. So you get skin in the game both for your presentation as assessed by the judges, and you have skin in the game based on what your peers believe is the most interesting. You cannot vote for your own team, that's not allowed, and that gives some equity to the whole situation. That's not the right word. I don't know. Whatever. This is a one-take wonder. I'm not doing this twice. So again, the winners will have their idea implemented. We'll all get to know each other better. I told somebody at leadership, I think I told leadership team last week, my main goal with this is you all get to kind of cut up, misbehave, get to know each other, laugh, and then just kind of scratch something together. And I don't mean to make it sound less serious, but a lot of these days are more fun just if you can be productive, but also get to be a little bit silly. And I want you all to develop relationships with each other, because I know, and Ms. Walters knows, and that there are many, many people here with really neat personalities and backgrounds that we get the pleasure of knowing that many of you in your isolation by the nature of your job don't get to have that privilege. So this will, I hope, expand a little bit of your relationship pool and people that you know here, and also help us think about really creative ways that we can make our school the kind of place that's getting better all the time. That's right, I did it, I said it. And that'll be it. You'll get your 4 hours of PL. It'll be a very active day where you're involved and not sitting and listening, which I know everybody's a fan of. So I will send you a link to this judges sheet so your team can evaluate that. Please be thinking about what you want to do for your idea or bring forward. Don't be a lame-o and have nothing at all. If somebody else can get it, please don't do that. Come up with something. It could be about an improvement with classroom management, or it could be about the cafeteria, or it could be about an instructional program, or about a child advocacy. There really is nothing that you're limited to, but do think about the scope of impact. Is it achievable? And things of that nature. And be ready to bring something to the group, your team of 6, that is a respectable idea, and you can develop it together. So that's what I got, and please email me or talk to me if you have questions about what the day will look like. I think I got everything figured out here that I wanted to say. Yes. Okay. Thank you.